Truly, 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 the real you loves you because the real you is
love.
all right. You got any volume on that mic over there?
I'm going to move that mic a little closer.
You know you want the people to hear you tonight.
Okay, how about
Can we hear you? Let me see you say something.
Say something.
Okay, we'll do it again. Truly, the real you loves you because the real you is
love.
All right. Well, welcome tonight, everyone. This is your weekly Truly Live talk show with co-host and co-founders Oliver and
Yaulanda.
And we're the OK Blues, and we are so excited to be coming into your virtual space tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're so happy. We're so grateful, and we're having a lot of fun.
Oh, but we are.
And as you can see, we're broadcasting from a from a fun place and from a remote place, and we're just still in the midst of our holiday celebration. I don't know about you, but really the party just got started.
Having a real good time.
Having a real good time. And
there's
go
a
ahead.
song that says, "Gonna have a funky good time."
Gonna
That's what I was
have a
thinking of.
funky
Yeah,
good time.
gonna have a funky good time.
Gonna
having a
take
really
you
good time.
higher. All right.
All right, now he's singing first thing, guys.
Well, we don't know about you, but here at the OK Blues domain, we are thankful and we're grateful and we're happy. We're joyous. We love this time of the year. Well, we really love every day.
We do.
We value life and we value you for taking out the time to being with us tonight. And let me give you some chats. How about that?
Oh yes.
I want to find out who's in the house with us tonight. So I already see some red up there. Oh, of course.
Oh, it's our dear friends and our great patrons, Bob and Carol. Hello, guys. Good to see you.
Yes. Well, hello, Bob and Carol. We send you much love and greetings from here in North Carolina, where life is good.
Absolutely.
And we're just so excited that we have this opportunity tonight, again, to come into your virtual space and share transformation. And we're here to inspire. We're here to uplift. We're here to encourage. And we're also here to let you know that you are empowered to live a life that you truly would love living.
That you would absolutely
love. And if this is the first time that you are viewing Truly Live, we are here. Yaulanda and I are both certified in the area of personal and group organizational coaching.
Transformational coaching.
Yes, and we have developed this as a communication arm from our personal development company, Truly OB. And we come to you every Friday night in the same time, the same space, and just sharing with you things that can help all of us to grow and expand and to live a more adventurous and fulfilled life.
Yes.
I mean, we're here And if we're here, we might as well enjoy ourselves while we're here.
And I most certainly am.
Absolutely. And
So we're here with, so we traveled to to where our two sons live. And that's where the grandson is. So we've been traveling since he's been born to offer them support.
yes,
And then it's, it's just easier for us to move around than it is for them to, pack up everything and bring him. So we were with them on
Thanksgiving
for
Day.
Thanksgiving.
And wow, man, what a feast you put together for us.
Well, you grilled some ribs.
I added a little, but
did.
you did the main.
It was delicious.
Yes,
It was
yes.
fun. It was good. He thoroughly enjoyed himself, and we enjoyed him enjoying himself. And
Absolutely, he ate everything we ate
he
this time. Yeah,
well, no, not everything.
I mean, but he ate table
ate.
food. He did last
Yes.
Thanksgiving, which was his first. He was like
Yes.
5, 6 months old.
Yeah.
You know,
He was eating.
he was smelling all those good aromas, but then he had to eat out of this little plastic container that we opened up for him. But this time, man, he had his fork, he had his hands, and he was into those sweet potatoes, those greens, those cabbage. He loved cabbage and cornbread, and I don't know what all you gave him, but I tell you, he did not leave anything on his plate.
He enjoyed it.
It was good to the last drop.
And it was fun. It was fun. He sang more words. He had conversation.
Yes.
It was just fun. And then, guys, for the dessert for this weekend, we're with our dearest friends.
Absolutely.
So we're with our our cabin travelers,
yes,
mountain travelers. So we're with Sherwood and Pearl.
Yes.
And we've already had a delicious meal.
Yes.
We've already started having great fellowship.
Yes.
And
this is part two.
This is
of
part
the,
two
of the holiday weekend.
And that's, so I am just incredibly excited.
Yeah, anytime she gets with her friend Pearl, I'm telling you, it is on conversation.
My two best friends.
Yes.
I have two best friends, and that's Pearl Hawk and Sheila Blue. Sheila is actually my sister in love.
Yes.
She's your brother's wife.
Yes, and my brother Cecil, and we're going to give a special shout out to him because he's
his birthday.
Today he's celebrating a birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to my big brother, older brother Cecil. Cecil, and he's not only a brother, but he's a great friend of mine. Also a special.
Isn't that neat?
Yes.
That we're related, but we're also very good friends.
Absolutely, and another special shout out to my niece, who's the oldest grandchild in the family, Danietta. And she's celebrating her birthday this weekend, and we just give a shout out to Danya, and we'd like to get the shout out to all of the cousins, because all the cousins, the millennial cousins, decided to take a holiday trip this year, and they all gathered, and after yesterday's family feast, and they all went to this remote place. And they're
very good. Oliver. Very good for you.
Didn't I do
very
good?
I'm so
and
proud
so
of
they're
you.
down there fellowshipping and celebrating birthdays and having family time. And we'll give a shout out to all of the Blues, the OK Blues, second. Actually, it's the second generation, a third generation actually from my mom and dad. So they're having fun. We're having fun. Hopefully, the viewers, you guys are having fun and enjoying your holiday.
Had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Celebration. Hope that you created some wonderful memories, and we certainly had a grandiose good time.
I had a grandiose good time.
So that's really neat that you just did, but I can't see the chats when you do that.
Oh, that's right.
So you can't do that.
Okay, I can't blow it up.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and
so hello to all of our patrons.
All the patrons.
Like I said, we hope that you had a great Thanksgiving. However it was that you decided to celebrate that. Hope that you all were safe.
Yes.
And we're going to have to do a special shout out. So we've already done a special shout out to Bob and Carol, our VIP patrons, whom we adore. And we have to do Grandma Blue, which is your mother, who's always on, and we appreciate her as well.
Yes, absolutely.
And then our special shout out this week is for Sherwood and Pearl Hawk. They are our host and hostess for this the rest of this weekend.
Yes. And Carol says, great Thanksgiving and always having fun with you. All
Oh,
right.
outstanding.
Well, that's what we purpose to create
Yes.
is a space that anyone can come to for this 1 hour and be uplifted, inspired, encouraged, because there's enough reason to be discouraged.
Yes.
But we are here because there is a reason to be encouraged and uplifted and inspired. And that is because, and that one reason is love, which is who and what we are, is who and what you are. And so we bring this message of the real you. That's why that's our theme. That's our mantra. That's what we believe. That's what's in our heart. That there is a real self that is all love,
That's all.
and we're here to connect with that real you, what we call the real you, that loves you. All right.
So thank you to everyone who's joining us. We get incredibly excited when we get to see the folks who are watching that are not
Yes.
necessarily making comments. And so, for those of you who have been with us all along, welcome, guys. Thank you so much for your support and for being here. And for those of you who are new or this is your first time, welcome and thank you so very much. We look forward to getting to know you. We ask that you please
Engage with us.
yes, engage with us and make a comment.
Or if you have a question,
You can do that in
Yeah.
the chats or comments. And
Yeah.
if you have been watching this program and you know what it's about and you've been liking it, we ask that you like and share
Yes.
and subscribe.
Yes, because we're actually broadcasting live tonight in different communities, venues. We're in.
Put that up on the banner. Run that on the banner for them
Oh,
so they
okay.
can see.
Yeah, let me run that.
Yeah, we'll run that right quick.
But
So we are streaming live on Facebook, on our Facebook page,
Yes.
and on YouTube
and Twitter.
and Twitter.
Yes,
And then the replays can be seen on YouTube and Instagram.
absolutely. And Facebook.
Oh, and Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have two different Facebook pages. Our business page, which is at Truly OB, and then my personal page, which is Oliver Blue. So come and be with us. So I'm excited. Just been thrilled all week. Just even for me, just preparing. If you're like me, just preparing for Thanksgiving, which is one of my favorite holidays. Just the preparation for it, which it takes a lot. I enjoy that. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy doing the shopping for you. I enjoy sending the.
And he's been doing this for years.
Yeah.
I give him a list. He does the shopping.
Now, guys, I'm not trying to show you guys off out there, but
show you guys up.
We should show you up or show you off. But I'm actively involved with.
So I don't particularly care for shopping.
Right.
I mean, I will do it. I mean, if it's necessary, and I will do it. But I don't particularly care for shopping. So Oliver, who does like shopping, he's done the shopping for years. I'll even give him my Christmas list to pick up things, and he's now we're doing a lot of things that that we're ordering online. But beforehand, anything that I need to have, Oliver, he's always done that, and I so appreciate that. And then this year he got involved a little bit more with the Thanksgiving dinner preparation because I'm still slightly
she's still nursing,
I'm
recovering.
just allowing that wrist to recover. I want it to heal completely. So but I have I'm cheating a little. I have a little working wrists and thumb stabilizer that I use that allows me to be able to do a few more things. And so I was able to prepare a number of the things. We had some assistance. I love when people assist. And Barbara, thank you so much. She made one of the dishes for us because I couldn't do that chopping.
Yes.
And it was absolutely delicious.
Yes.
We actually had a little taste beforehand, and it was so good. It was the majority part of a meal because you made such a huge amount for us. And
thank you, Barbara.
So much.
And thank you, Lisa.
It was delicious.
Thank you, Lisa, for adding to our meal this year. Help Yaulanda out.
Yes.
But yes, I just love the prep for Thanksgiving and knowing that we're creating we're purposely um, we're creating something that we're going to enjoy,
Well, and we create memories, and that's the
and we're
thing that I
creating
like about it.
memories.
Yeah. This is one of
We
my
don't.
favorite times of the
Yeah,
year, not because of well, the reason that I like this time of year, it is a different energy.
it's a different
You know,
energy, a different
people,
vibe.
yeah, people are, you know,
People are more loving.
the music is absolutely wonderful when you walk into, you
Yeah.
know, if you're going out, even at the grocery store. They had great music at the
Yes.
grocery store, and people are, you know, for the most part, people are just happy. And
Happier, a little more loving, a little more
so
jovial.
I love this. I mean,
Yes.
I love this. The great
Yes.
music, and you know, and the folks, the fact that people are, you know, somewhat friendlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for us, we been studying transformation for 30 something years to some degree. And when we understood the reality that everything that we experience is our own creation, everything that I've ever experienced, I created it,
Yes.
or Yolanda. And so we became co-creators when we became marriage partners, and we began to create the life that we wanted. Some of and a lot of it was done unknowingly and without intention. But once we got a hold of some of the principles that we share here at Truly Live,
Then it became very
and it became
intentional.
very
Yeah.
intentional. So we live by intention. It is our intention to have certain experiences. And when we realize that we're responsible, 100% responsible for that, we can create the life that we want, create the experiences that we want, create the friends that we want.
Are you letting me see these chats?
Nobody will.
Okay.
Then we begin to just, you know, uh, we begin to just look into our hearts and the dreams that we had, and the things that we had desired, that we placed that we had tapped down. We began to revisit those dreams. You remember we did a section on that. We began to revisit the things that we desired and brought them back to our consciousness and our awareness, and we began to plan and design the experience we wanted in those particular areas. And that's just the way we live life now.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Michelle, thank you for joining us. We're glad that you're here. See, this is why you have to let me see
Oh,
those
yeah.
chats.
Well, hey,
Oh.
Michelle, thank you for joining us tonight. So let's move to our next segment.
So go ahead and take that
Yep.
that off.
Yeah. So let's move to our next segment. Is we always like to start out anything that we do. We always like to begin with the end in mind, and our end game is always joy, happiness, expansion, and so we always love to start with gratitude, because we found out that gratitude is the easiest way for us to shift energy, to create feelings and vibes in an environment that we love. And so when we say gratitude, we're basically talking about thankfulness.
Yes.
And that's why one reason I like this holiday.
Thanksgiving.
So
Yes.
we're not just thankful because it's Thanksgiving. We live a life of thankfulness, and all of us should live in a lifestyle of gratitude and thankfulness. So put in the chat if you like to something that you're happy and grateful for today. Yaulanda, you would like to share something that you're grateful for in this moment, and you have a lot.
I do have a lot, but you know, so I am, you know, when I turned 50, I became very aware that I wanted to have beauty in my life. I
When
wanted
did
to
you turn 50?
I know, I know. I've been doing certain numbers
You've been
over and
telling
over and over
people
again.
for a
We're not even
longest.
telling it. We're not even saying that. We're not telling that. Don't you throw me under the bus. But at any rate, I wanted to experience beauty. And since that became my intention, I just have had the experience of having deeper, more meaningful relationships with the two beautiful women in my life, my two best friends, Pearl and Sheila. And So I'm grateful for those relationships. I'm grateful
Yes.
for my family. I love and adore them, and I'm very grateful and thankful for the viewers, those
Yes.
that join with us each year and each week. And I know I say that every time, but it's not something that I take for granted. It is
Absolutely.
something that I'm sincerely, profoundly thankful for,
Oh,
that
absolutely.
people are joining with us, and that we're on
Journey.
this, well, that we're having this experience of expanding our awareness together.
More of an
And
adventure.
yeah,
Yes.
and we're staying on our growing edge. So I am very, very grateful and thankful for that.
Absolutely. And Carol says that she's thankful for her and Bob's wonderful family gathering on yesterday.
Yeah,
And we're just,
I can certainly relate to that.
yes, and
I
we're
can
just
certainly
in,
relate to that.
in hope that all of you, listening and not listening, had the opportunity to express your love for each other during this time, Thanksgiving time.
Which is
And
something that we're in the habit. We're
yes,
intentional about expressing our love, appreciation, and
yes,
gratitude
absolutely,
every day. All
absolutely.
right, if we don't get started, we're going to be here
No, we're not.
with me just
No,
beaming because I'm very excited.
yes. All right. So we're going to move to our next segment, which we always,
Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Bob and Carol, for sharing
yes,
your.
thank you. But we
Um,
always like to start the beginning of our shows with an inspirational statement or statement of encouragement. And this week we have a quote that's coming from the
the book
same resource,
the book that
the
we've been
book that we
featuring.
featured last
Yes.
week. We're featuring it again tonight. It's called The Way of Mastery. And this book has been a blessing in our life, and it's a really good resource for devotion, meditation, for inspired reading. And the book is designed. It has 35 lessons in it. And tonight's quote comes from lesson 35 on page 407. And Yaulanda, you want to read it for us?
I sure will. You are the father of your creations. You are the father of your thoughts, your attitudes, and your choices. Look upon all these things and say, behold, it is very good. That's from the book, The Way of Mastery. That's by the Shanti Christie Foundation. And that's lesson 35 on page 407.
All right. Again, we're featuring The Way of Mastery as our resource and featured book this episode. And we just encourage you, if you're looking for something to put you on your growing edge, mentally and spiritually, um, if you're looking for a resource that can put some structure in your day, this is a great resource. It changed our life. I mean, this when I read this book, I got off of my honey part and put things into action because it just inspired me. It let me know that indeed I was the master of my own life.
Yes.
That I was experience everything that I had experienced was my own creation. And if we repeat the quote here again, it says, "You are the father of your creation." Everything you've ever experienced, you fathered it. You gave birth to it. That's because we are what? We are creative beings. And we've been endued with the authority and the power to create. We've been given dominion as the human species. We are the highest creation on this realm. And we have the authority and the power and the ability and the desires
Mhm.
to create whatever we want on this in this domain.
Yes.
And everything that has been created down through the history of time, mankind has been responsible for it.
Yes.
I know we say, well, in God, the author of all this and the creator of all of this, God is the one that provides the source, the power, the intelligence, uh,
And the
and the
inspiration
inspiration for mankind,
for
for
the
his
creation of the resource.
absolutely,
Yeah. Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
So again, we encourage you to add this to your library. It's a great book. And it says, and I'm going to go through it again. It says, you are the father of your creations. You are. That's truth. But for a greater part of my life, I didn't understand that. And so I took on a victim role. But when I understood that I am in charge of my domain, meaning the life that I have been given, because the life that you've been given is yours
Mm-hmm.
to express your greatest, nature, which is love. It says you are the father of your thoughts. Okay, you are the father of your attitudes. The thoughts that I have, I give birth to them. The attitudes I choose to display. Those are choices that I'm making, which also mean I can make what a different choice.
Which is what we should be excited about. So when you said when you read the part about you're the father of your attitudes, I just thought about our grand dog.
Yes,
Kind of got him this shirt that says, "I don't need your attitude. I have my own."
absolutely,
He's
absolutely,
an itty bitty teeny tiny dog, but he's the biggest dog out there.
absolutely.
Always.
So we're the father of our thoughts. We're the father of our attitudes. No one can make you be sad or angry or dismayed or, I mean, those are choices that we're making.
Unless we give our
Power
authority and power
to
over to them to do
to
that.
someone else or to some situation or to some circumstance or some place or some idea that is out in the universe that may not be true. But if we give our allegiance to it, then it becomes true to us, and we have that experience which we don't enjoy. But we're here to say that can be changed. You can choose again.
Yes.
And finally, it says we are the father of our choices, which ultimately is what creates the results in our life, our choices.
So, this is something that we've said before, and we'll repeat it because this is just a truth. This is a factual reality that our current situation is a result of our decisions,
The
our
choices that we have made.
So, if we don't, if we would like different results, then we can choose again. And that's the thing that's most exciting to me, because if we made this choice and we got ourselves into this situation, we can make a choice and get ourselves into a different one.
That's right. But many cases, in order to make that different choice, it requires a different awareness
And certainly a different perception.
and a different perception.
Yeah, or a different perspective.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have to be open
Yes.
to hear, to listen to what our heart is saying, and not necessarily what our mind is saying. It's the heart that we want to follow. The mind was never designed for us to lead us.
Contrary to what we've been conditioned.
Absolutely. The mind is here to serve us.
Yes.
It's here to serve the heart and the desires of the heart. And so look upon these, then it says, look upon these things and say, behold, they are very good. So
Because if you don't say that, if you say it's bad, guess what? You'll have what
it
you
is
say.
bad.
You'll have what you say.
But what we also know is that if nothing is good nor bad, our thinking makes it so.
Thank you. Sheila Patterson has, this is Sheila Patterson Marshall. She has joined us. Thank you, Sheila, for being with us.
Well, hello, cousin.
She said she's very open to listen. We talk over each other a lot, and that is so true. If you will notice in conversations, well, this is something, I won't say that you do this, but this is something that I would encourage you to do when you're having conversations with someone, especially if it's one that may not be as pleasant as you would like for it to be. Notice if you're listening to what that person is saying to hear what they have to say, or if you're listening just so that you'll have your chance to say what it is you want to say. Because if that's the case, then you're not listening to the person. And that means that communication is actually not going on.
Oh, absolutely. That's not really communicating.
Yes.
That's tolerating.
That is.
Yeah. Well, hello, cousin Sheila. Thank you for joining us. We're so happy you're here. And I know your family had a great Thanksgiving. I know you. So tonight we're going to move on to our Truly Life lesson.
I put the featured book. It's in the comments, so that's there for you all to see.
So we're going to move on to our truly life lesson for tonight, and just kind of a continuation of where we left off last week when we were talking about uh, mastery. And when we talk about mastery, we're basically talking about two things: knowledge and skill. And so we always have to be in a growing mode. Always have to be in a mode of expanding and learning, because that's what we're designed to do. That's what the human species is designed to be, an endless source of expression of life. And when we don't grow and we don't expand our awareness, um, I know for me in my personal experience, I'm not happy. And um, in many cases, that's happening because we don't understand our purpose for being here. And so when we talk about life mastery, we're talking about self mastery.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And self mastery has to do with, first of all, knowing who you are, understanding who you are, that we are divine beings, that we are connected to the source of life, the source of all things, and that even though we appear here in this three-dimensional world as individuated cells and separate bodies, but the reality is we're not separate, but we're all joined and all are connected to the one divine source. We all share the same life. We all share the same love. We all share the same breath, the same blood. And when we raise to the awareness of understanding the oneness that we are, and we operate from that, life gets so much more adventurous, so much more joyous, happy. It becomes all about the fellowship. It becomes all about the sharing with one another. We begin to enjoy not only peace in our minds, but I mean, even our physical body responds to the fact that we have removed all grievances. We have released all of our uh, grudges that we might be holding towards ourselves or each other. When we totally accept the reality that we're free, and we are free to master life and to be the best expression of ourselves, life just begins there.
Well, it certainly helps me to, because I understand who I am and I understand who other people are too. It certainly helps me not to get involved with attacking or, um, just expressing myself in a way that is not how I've chosen to show up in the world.
Oh, absolutely.
So, so just because I don't say anything, um, it's not because I'm not hearing what people are saying. Um, I don't necessarily, um, well, if what they're saying is not true about me, I don't feel any need to get involved in that at all anyway.
No, that's just someone's opinion,
Yeah.
someone else's perception. That's why, again, the foundation of your life has to be based on knowing who you are.
Yes. Yes.
And when you understand that, then it gives you the skill set to now navigate and manage uh, what's what's in your best interest.
And you know what? I really believe that is a lot of what is going on. It's not that people are necessarily bad. I put that in quotations. That people are bad. I think that a lot of it has to do with that we don't have skill sets for
Yeah,
a lot of things that we're involved in.
and what that's
We
right.
don't have a, a lot of us don't have a good communication skill set, so we don't communicate well. And when that happens, then we'll spend time, attacking as opposed to listening and hearing and seeking to understand.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what brings on the anxiety when we don't know how to we don't know how to um, express ourselves, or we don't understand how to relate. And so when we don't have those skills, I see it all the time. then generally we'll resort to some um, low vibrational response that don't that creates division and separation.
Oh,
But
wow. This is one of those times when, so we've been working on getting all of the chats from the various other streaming platforms onto our screen. And this is when I would love to be able to put Sheila, your cousin, Sheila
Sheila,
Patterson
yes,
Marshall. She says that sometimes your silence speaks louder than words. That is something that I learned years ago, Sheila. And I certainly believe that. It's very, very true.
thank you for that.
Yeah.
So so when we see all the anxiety in the world, it's because that's people's way of coping with not knowing how.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a lot of it, we've already talked about this in previous episode, comes from our conditioning.
Yeah.
It comes from our lack of awareness. And but one thing we've also taught here is that, you know, we don't have to stay that way.
No, we
There
don't.
is so much available now. There's so much information, good information available for us in order to for us to grow and to expand our awareness and to learn how to do things. I mean, you can go to YouTube and you can query anything. You can
You
search anything. How to, you know,
Google will show us a lot of things.
Google show you everything. So there's no excuse. We're responsible for growing and expanding. The resources are here in so many different ways, in so many different forms. And Truly Live, that's one of our purpose for being here, to be a resource and a source to help people to expand their awareness of who they are and to understand that they can have different results in their life.
Sheila said that technology has somewhat taken away our ability to communicate face to face. Well, during the pandemic, when we were not allowed to get around, it was one of the saving
It was
graces
one of the
that
saving
allowed us
graces.
to do
Yes,
that.
yes,
And now that we can communicate face to face, because the thing is, technology didn't take away our chance to communicate face to face. We still did that. We
yes.
did that via Zoom or Duo or WhatsApp or whatever
It was the next.
video
It was the next
streaming.
best thing to being
Yeah,
there, right?
it kept us
It kept us
in
connected.
contact. And as a
Absolutely.
matter of fact, what we found out with the Blue family, Oliver started doing a weekly Zoom meeting with our family just to make certain that everyone had everything
Just
that
to
they
stay
needed,
connected.
so that we could stay connected. That people had what they needed. We could, get questions answered, and we actually shared resources when it was hard to get things. We shared resources with each
Among
other.
each
We
other, yes.
we while we couldn't physically get there, we put things in the mail. We shipped them off. I remember when we couldn't get
Yes.
masks. Those of us who had masks, he had a brother that had access to some masks. He got those to us. We were able to share those with other people. So while technology, um,
It's not a replacement.
there can be people that hide behind that. Certainly it
Yes.
can be used for a great thing, because it's certainly, and then the other thing we found out was, as much participation as we have with your family, and we have a lot of participation. We had more participation with the Zoom, because those who are out of state, it was easy for all of
Yes.
us to get together, as opposed to, we've got
Yeah.
to travel from various states, this, that, and the
Yes.
other.
Yes.
So,
It's not supposed to. It's not a replacement
no.
for that personal touch, but it's supposed to enhance.
Yes.
It's here to enhance
Yes.
our life. It
And
doesn't
we
become a
certainly
replacement.
maximized.
Right.
We
The technology.
we certainly
Yeah,
did.
because it's with this technology we're able to have access to anyone anywhere in the world that has Wi-Fi.
We can be with you guys every Friday night. We look forward to
Yes,
it.
absolutely,
Every Friday night.
absolutely, absolutely. So again, tonight, as we move forward towards this episode, the message that we are conveying is that you are the master of your life, whether you understand it or accept it or not. You are the master. The results that you have gotten, the results that you will get, they're going to be a direct reflection of your learning and your applying what you have
Yeah.
known.
So
And
since we create our thoughts, our beliefs, our perceptions, since we do that, then we can decide what thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions we want to have. And if we are experiencing things in our lives now that we don't want to experience, if we've now decided, you know, we understand what we would love to have in our life, and what we are experiencing is not that, then we can choose to change our thoughts,
That's
our
right.
beliefs, and our perceptions.
We can redesign.
And more importantly, we can have our thoughts, our beliefs, and our perceptions to be in line or in service, is what we say, to be in service to the life that we would love to live.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And desire plays a big role in that. And a lot of us have desires in our heart that we've had them for years. You know, what we said earlier, that as a child, I mean, we used our imagination, we used our all of our mental faculties to dream and to imagine and to explore. And somewhere through the process of growing up and getting conditioned by the world, uh, some of us have tapped down those dreams and those desires, and have come to a point in our life that we didn't think we could have it. We didn't think we could be it. We didn't think we could give it. We didn't think we could share it. We didn't think we could express it. But we're here tonight to let you know, to remind you that the very desires in your heart was given to you to be expressed. There's a passage in Scripture that said that God, His intention is to give you the desires of your heart, because they were placed there. We actually came here. Your incarnation, your birth came with certain gifts and talents and abilities and dreams and things that could bless the world. And the one thing we don't want to do is to come here and to take it back in the next realm, which don't need it.
Yes.
It's needed here.
Yes.
Our expression is needed here. And so when we understand these transformation principles, when we understand them and we begin to uh, take action on them, because just information with no action is just like entertainment. You know, like the scripture says, faith without works is what? It's dead. It's not
Yes.
going to produce anything. So there has to be action.
And this is why,
So we are here to empower and
That's
inspire
right.
you to
That's
take
right.
action on the dreams and the desires in your heart.
So if we hold false beliefs about ourselves and others, we create experiences that we dislike. So this is why when we raise our awareness, we can choose to renew and change our experiences.
Absolutely.
This is what Sheila said. Sheila said every day is an opportunity for the renewing of the mind.
That's it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And Sheila, if you catch one of our previous episodes, we've spent about 4 weeks on talking about renewing the mind.
There's another Sheila that's joined us. This one is
Sheila Monroe Johnson. Yeah.
Yes, thank you for
She's
being
a regular.
with us.
Yeah, thank you,
for being
Sheila.
with us.
But we spent 4 weeks on talking about our responsibility to renew the mind
Yes.
and to bring the mind into alignment with what is true about us.
Yes.
And what is true about us is what the Creator created and intended for us. It's not what we learned in many cases after we got here, but it's what was put in our nature.
Yes.
It was what was put in our very nature. And we said that our very nature is to love. So we're here to express love in so many unique ways, because all of us are in a unique expression of that one love, right? The one source, and to express the fact that, we have infinite potential in us. There's no limitation. The only limits are what we put on ourselves. And we spent 4 weeks talking about the all important responsibility for us to renew the mind. It's not going to just happen without our participation. We must participate in the process.
Well, and the neat thing is the truth that is true about us.
It's true always.
Same, it
it's
is.
True always, isn't it?
It's true.
It's never changed.
Love that. That's the same truth about everyone else.
That's the same truth,
it's the same truth
about everyone else. But
and this was what my quest was. This was what my questions were. all along. I was looking for that truth that did not have to be compromised or bargained
Right.
with. I was looking for the truth that was true always.
Yeah, absolutely. Because real truth is universal.
Yes.
It's not just true for one person or one group or one race
Not
or
one
one nation,
condition
not
or
one
or
condition.
one situation.
Yeah, it's not a respect of person, place, or thing.
Yeah. Or
That
time,
that's
for
right.
that matter.
That which is true is timeless. It's
Yes.
universal.
Yes.
And what is timeless and what is universal is that we're all one family. We're all one. Uh, we're all one uh, in terms of our source. We're not different, but we express those differences uh, in order to we express those differences because we've been conditioned to do that, and that's the very thing that keeps us from enjoying the reality of our infinite self and our real self and our happy, joyful self. But we're here to share this truth, this light, so that we can all have a change of mind or a renewing of the mind to line up with that which is timeless, which is the reality is that we are all connected to the divine.
Yes.
And there is no different, there is no separation. Different expressions, but the same source.
Yes.
Uh,
So I think one of the there are a lot of things that cause us to have aha moments. And for me, one of those was what I would have for myself is what I would have for my brother. That is a concept that I grew up with because in the Christian church, that concept is do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. But when it was stated in that way, that what I would have for myself is what I would have for my brother, that really caused me to understand. Um, Bob and Carol said that dreams are a wish the heart makes. Yes.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Yes. Yes. Dreams are the wish that the hearts make. It is what
A
is it?
wish that
Yes,
the
it
heart
is it
makes.
is a wish which the hearts make.
Mhm.
Again, because that which wants to express itself through you is coming from the heart. It's coming from within you. It's coming from your very nature. And it came here to express itself as you.
Yeah.
And so we are here to help all of us to release ourselves to the freedom that we have of this free expression of our divine nature, which is love, of the realities that we are one, that life is good, that the universe is for us, it's not against us.
Yes.
But it takes an awareness and it takes an understanding for us to finally unite with that reality and become the best expression of ourselves. But that's what we desire. That's where our happiness, that's where our joy, and that's where our peace lies.
Sheila M. said, she gets it. She said, we are all gifted within ourselves and no one functions alone. Together we make the whole body. And that is absolutely, see, that's a truth that is true always.
That's a truth
So
that
Sheila
is
M.,
true
you've
always.
got it.
Well, thank you, Sheila M., for joining us tonight and being
And participating.
engaged and participating.
But
We
Sheila M. and Sheila
and Sheila
Johnson and
Johnson
Bob and
and Bob and
Carol.
Carol. But it's our intent to have an engaging conversation with our viewers. So we appreciate your willingness to
Participation,
do
yes,
that. Yeah,
to
we don't want
engage.
this
We
just
love
to
it.
be a one-way conversation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we've come up to the almost the top of our hour, and so happy that we got to share tonight. When we travel like this, we always question, well, should we just, cancel and not try to do the broadcast? And we think about that for about 30 seconds. And we say, no, we're gonna pack our bags. We're gonna pack some
We're
of the
gonna-
some of the
We're going to
equipment.
take this equipment with us on the
We're gonna pack
road.
some of the equipment, go on the road, and we're gonna do our show on Fridays at 7
Yes.
because that's what we love.
And because we enjoy
We enjoy being with you.
Yes,
Yes,
we enjoy being
absolutely.
with you guys, and we want to make certain that we are at the place
Yeah.
where we want to stay on our growing edge.
We want to stay on
wanna
our
stay
growing edge. Yes. So
We
Um,
want to expand our awareness.
absolutely, absolutely,
And for me, I want to take every opportunity to do that.
absolutely. Well, we believe that our voice is significant in this time in history. That there needs to be more voices out in the world um, that brings a message of hope and inspiration and encouragement and empowerment. And so that's why we're here. And we're planning on being here. And speaking of future episodes, next week is next Friday is we'll actually be in the month of December.
We're in December.
Oh, right. So next Friday, we're going to be broadcasting live for the first time in our new in-home studio, and I am so excited.
Our youngest son came up and
Yes,
helped with installing all of the new equipment
all the new lights, all the
and
yes, yes,
and gave us some tutorials
yes.
and whew, and so wow,
And so next Friday, when you see us, we're going to have a different look. It's a little different vibe, isn't it?
it is.
But it's we've done it and developed it all with you in mind. Um,
Our friends Bob and Carol said, "I love the ability
to
gift
to choose
to
once again,
always choose once again," and that is
always,
exactly what it
absolutely,
is. It's not just the ability, but it is the gift
yeah.
of being able to choose
And
again.
you
I
know what?
love that too.
You're going to have the opportunity multiple times, many, many
Yeah,
times in life to choose again
yeah,
because you're going to be, we stand in a place that we don't desire. So
yeah.
just choose again.
That's right.
All right. Well, that's the end of our Truly Life lesson for tonight. And we come to the end of our program, but we always like to end with a blessing.
Carol and Bob also said, "Yay" to us being in the new studio.
Yes. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
We're all going to be there. So just join us next Friday and we'll be in a little
Ooh.
celebratory mode. And
Carol says this too. She said that she recently heard this. We are winning or learning. Wow.
yes,
Wow. Well, for me, I think I'll take learning every time.
yes, learning is winning, right?
Yeah, learning.
That's what it is.
Learning.
But anyway, we always like to end our show
Yes.
with a blessing to you and to us and to everyone in the world. And we do that by using our one of our favorite meditation prayer that comes from none other than the Dalai Lama. And it's called his loving kindness meditation. So we always like to end our show by sending this blessing out to all of you. And it goes something like
So
this.
we do. We bless all of you who have joined with us, and we bless all those that you hold near and dear to your heart.
And we say, may you be truly happy.
May you live in peace.
May you live in love.
May you know the power of forgiveness.
And may you live in the recognition that your life has deep meaning and good purpose.
So thank you, Dalai Lama, for
Thank
that.
you, Dalai Lama.
And then Oliver and I added, may you live in the awareness of who you truly are.
Yes. And we extend what this blessing to every being on the planet.
On the planet, on this earth.
Yes. So again, thank you so much for being here for Truly Live. We enjoyed it. We love you so much. And we just look forward to all of the great experiences and creations that we're going to create together
Yes.
and spread all over the world. Spread all the light that we can in the world. That's our goal. That's our purpose. And that's yours. And that's your purpose. And thanks for joining us on this adventure. And so, like we've always said, truly the real you loves you. My name is Oliver.
I'm Yaulanda.
And we're the
OK
OK
Blues.
Blues. Goodbye. We love you so much. Happy Thanksgiving weekend.